Hey there, it's Elisa from AK Educational Consulting, and I am back with one final strategy in our series on resolution strategies for kids. This strategy is one that's used pretty often, I think, by teachers, especially in classrooms, and it is the three before me strategy. So if you don't know this strategy, what this means is that when you as the teacher are working individually with a student, or you're conducting a reading group or a math group, or you're doing something, right, with students, and you have other students working independently or in pairs, on something else, they have to ask three students before asking you. So how many times have we been sitting at our table and we're trying to do, a writing conference with a student, and the kids come up just one after another, right? What are we supposed to be doing? How do we do this? Can you look at my paper? Can you do this? And we start to lose our minds, right? Because we've given the directions. They know not to interrupt, and yet they still do. So, three before me, you ask three before me. And if you truly cannot get your question answered by asking those three students, then the premise is that maybe I didn't explain something super well. And so I need to answer your question for the whole class so everybody understands. Um, so this is, again, a great strategy to help kids build independence and work through solving problems on their own and not always relying on the adult around them to tell them exactly what to do. So three before me. I know some teachers use some sort of sign or something on the table where they're working. I know I used to do this as a teacher. When kids would come up, I had just a little folded kind of tent card that said three before me, or did you ask three before me? And so when I had students come up, I would take that and I would just move it over in front of them. And so they would read it and think, did I ask three before I came up here? And nine times out of 10, they go, and they turn around and scurry off, right? So that they could go ask their three people. And sometimes, they do have questions, and sometimes there are things that we don't explain well enough, and sometimes there are kids that just aren't going to do the strategy, right? But it's a great way to start to build that independence in kids. So I hope that you enjoyed all four of the strategies that I shared over the past couple of weeks. If you missed any, go back and check them out. We started off with the three-step strategy, and then we talked about stop, think, act. And then we learned about I feel statements, and today was our final strategy in this series. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please let me know what else you'd like to see here on the YouTube channel. See you next time.